Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, I actually told you, should have had the told you hat on, you know. It's the Mexican Mike showing what's up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I done told you a few things, right? And this can happen. Brothers, you can't do this, you know. Just look at it, you know, and, you know, have your envy. You can't get away with stuff like this, you know. But this happens in daylight. And let's just give you a couple examples. First of all, I told you that Canelo Alvarez is going to fight William Skull in May, right? And I'm not sure he's going to fight Terrence Crawford, but this whole thing is to fight William Skull. The reason that Canelo was stripped of the IBF title was that he could fight William Skull for it and have a reason. And the reason is, well, he can become a two-time undisputed, if you're going to count that. Because first of all, Canelo's not a one-time undisputed, as far as I'm concerned, and you should be, because he didn't have to fight for the WBC title at 168. Because Benavidez, he would have had to fight Benavidez. So they just gave it to him, okay? For those, I'm just going to keep reminding people, because I think undisputed, for the people that really go get undisputed, really, it's not easy to become undisputed. I don't think that people should be given one of the titles, all right? Just like if you're going to be called a 4-division champion, 5-division champion, 6-division champion, like Manny Pacquiao, then I don't think that the IBO should count. I don't think that there should be catch weights then. If you're going to say you're that division champion, it should be full weights, a la Terrence Crawford, who's not even asking for a rehydration clause. Then if we're going to call them, because it's not good for the people who didn't have all these weight divisions back in the day, when there are a lot fewer weight divisions. There weren't no juniors and all of that. They were just straight up weight divisions, you know, featherweight, lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavy, and heavy, you know? And so for those people, you can't, when you got people who's going to get more titles in these juniors and stuff, then they should be the full weight. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Pacquiao, to me, is a 6th-division champion. You know, IBO doesn't count. Regular titles don't count, and catchweight shouldn't count. You know what I mean? Let's be real about it. And so if Canelo is going to be considered undisputed like those other guys who really went and got all 4 belts, I don't think you should be wanting somebody to be called undisputed all over the place. And no one ever mentions that the WBC just gave him the title, didn't make him fight for it, right? And there was the perfect guy was there in David Benavidez, who had it before and was just stripped for ridiculous reasons, right? One wasn't ridiculous. Getting caught with cocaine at 21 years old is not really ridiculous. It can happen. But during the beginning of COVID, the beginning when no one could train anywhere and being overweight, right? We made a big deal of him being overweight during COVID, but we don't make a big deal of Ryan Garcia, who we're going to get to in a minute, being overweight against Devin Haney. Did we care? And he was ridiculously overweight, and COVID had nothing to do with it. Didn't even try, 3.5 pounds. But because it happened to Devin Haney, nah, we don't really care about that, right? So the bottom line is, Canelo is really not undisputed in the first place, but he's going to fight William Skull. It's not going to be Mbili, right? Like they keep saying, it could be Mbili. And Billy's got another fight against Sagyo, or what is this guy's name, for the eliminator to be the mandatory for your boy Skull. So it's going to be Skull. They say other names just because Mbili might sound like, make it a little bit softer. Well, he could be one of those two guys. And then they act like Mbili did something in negotiations, and it's Skull. It's going to be Skull. Skull has 9 knockouts from 30 fights or something. It's going to be him, right? Just like it was, you know, Belanga. Just like it was, you know, what's Munguia. Just like it was Yildirim. Just like it was Fielding, right? And actually, even Bivol was supposed to be easier because he didn't want to fight Benavidez or Jamal Charlo, so he took that deal with Bivol and Gennady Golovkin, right? And Bivol just turned out to be something, right? And then, since Bivol was too big, which wasn't the truth, but Bivol offered him to come to 168 and fight for his titles. He didn't want to do that either. This is your king, guys. So, yes, it will be Skull. I told you. Now, another Mexican thing, another Mexican mishap, right? Ryan Garcia, who's been selling wolf tickets and talking all this smack, and you guys have let him get away with doping and missing weight. He's blamed. The only, doping agency we got who's really handling business, he blamed them and everything. And his fans are not gullible and all that. It's just like, hey, bro, it's BTBG. He did it against a brother. We don't care how he beat him. We don't care how he got beat. You know what? If lynching was legal, I'll be in the front row. Somebody said that two or 3 years ago in broad daylight. A lady with a lot of influential lady. I forget what she was. She wasn't in the Congress, but she was some very influential in Mississippi. I'll be in the front row if lynching was there. So things like that are said. So if you just beat a brother illegally, that's what lynching was. It just was lynching, meaning we're gonna, your corpse through the street. I'll be in the front row. So if someone is capable of saying that kind of person is capable of seeing a person get cheated and beat. And they're happy about it. Let's just be real here. So Ryan Garcia was a hero, and people love him. Haney should have been able to get away from the left hook. If you don't never get tired, that left hook is going to still be coming quick. If you didn't have to make weight, I might be drained and you're not. And people know that, but we don't care. So, but Ryan Garcia, who's talking all that smack about VADA, is enrolling in VADA. Only good news here is that means Ryan Garcia is going to continue to box. That's all. Right? Because I thought he was just going to go to the, the show boxing circuit and just fight, lucrative fights against, whatever, other YouTubers and stuff like that. That's what I thought he was going to do, so he can just continue to be doped. But maybe he will try to, have a little integrity and, wants to really fight, really. I didn't think he was going to do it. I just thought he was going to say, well, why would I want to really fight when I don't really have to and I could do this kind of stuff? But he's enrolled in VADA, which means, eat some crow, all you people. Say sorry to the guy who was cheated. See if you're capable of doing that. Are you capable of saying, hey, Devin Haney, we're sorry. We wish you could fight people who are not doped. We wish that you could fight Ryan Garcia without being doped. Can you say that? Can you apologize to a person of color? See if you're capable. Anyway, those are two things I thought were very interesting. So we did them in one video instead of trying to make two out of it. Damn it. Canelo Alvarez is fighting Skull and probably not Terrence Crawford in September, but he's definitely going to fight Skull. And Ryan Garcia been lying, and we're not surprised, but you guys say sorry to Devin Haney. Are you capable? Doma Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm about here, y'all.